Let's turn now to the coronavirus here in Connecticut. State leaders are moving forward with their plans to send kids back to the classroom in the fall, but many parents are still concerned about safety.
Later on this morning, the governor will provide some more details in a video conference on this. Channel 3's Roger Suzanne joins us now live at the state capitol. Roger, who else is involved in this meeting that's set to take place later?
Nicole, the conversation is going to be between the governor and Department of Education leaders. Now, normally that might sound like kind of a dry conversation, but today parents and even students may want to tune in because the governor is expected to shed some light on what has become a pretty controversial plan. Here's the deal. The governor has released some of the bullet points on his return to school plan, and we know classrooms will look very different in the fall. First and foremost, students will be required to wear masks at school and on the bus, and school leaders will be in charge of making sure buildings have adequate ventilation. We also know all desks will be front-facing, and the same group of students will stay together throughout the day in an effort to minimize any potential spread. Also, the state is making temporary accommodations on a distance learning plan for families who don't feel comfortable or have a child with pre-existing conditions. But many of the key questions parents have is how will this plan be executed? And some teachers have already publicly worried that some of the finer points are either unrealistic or nearly impossible to carry out. So today's teleconference with the governor, which will include a question and answer period, is highly anticipated and could make a big difference in either easing people's worries or exacerbating them. One thing that Governor Ned Lamont and President Donald Trump agree on, though, is that it is vitally important to ensure as many children as possible return to the classroom in the fall.
The American Pediatrics came and reinforced our message from our guide, saying there's nothing more important than getting those kids in there safely.
We want the schools to be open and going in the fall, and most of them, I think, are looking at it that way. It's very important. We're finding out that learning by computer is not as good as learning in the classroom or learning on the campus.
Now, this teleconference is set to begin at 11 o'clock this morning. The governor is expected to give his opening remarks around 11:15. It will be streamed live on YouTube as well as the Channel 3 app. Reporting live outside the state capitol in Hartford, I'm Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.